Well, hello, everyone. I am here because I'm going to do something that I haven't really seen on YouTube. I've seen many Spanish videos on YouTube. I've seen many videos about programming like Python on YouTube, but I've never seen them together as a fusion. So I'm going to be the first, if not one of the first. And I'm using Code Academy. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do like them a lot. And I use the premium of Code Academy. And the program I'm doing is Python 3 to be exact. You can download, there's anything, that's related to a Python workspace. And there are some that are absolutely free that you can download. But the one I'm using is with Code Academy. The only downside is I can't use this when there's no internet. But other than that, it's great. And I do recommend Code Academy highly. So we're going to start with, learning about strings in Python and commands. Well, I'm going to start with a command. A command is something you write a note to yourself or to someone else, and it doesn't, and the computer cannot read it. For example, I put a hashtag, and it says, and I'll put greetings there, so it won't show up. And then on the next line, if I take away the hashtag, the computer will read it, but it won't understand it because there'll be a name error. It's a name it doesn't recognize. Then there's syntax error, and that's a command or arguments. Arguments are inside the parentheses that the computer doesn't understand. And when that happens, it's usually in red, and it tells you exactly what is happening that's going wrong. So I do have notes here, so I'm trying to prevent as few name errors and syntax errors as possible. I'm just using simple random Spanish phrases, with the Python. Okay, so what I'm going to start with here's a variable, so it will be equal to some type of word, mi nombre. So variables I can put in Spanish. And you may even be able to put them in languages that don't use, the Latin letters of the alphabet, such as English and Spanish. I did try it with Japanese, and it did work. So it's mi nombre, and then I'll put my name. You could put your own name if you're following along, either right now or on your own. Okay, so the computer reads mi nombre, which is my name in Spanish, equals Laura Kimmick. So it won't do anything. See, watch. See, it does nothing because it can't do anything until it has print. But it has to be in English, no other language. I tried imprintir in Spanish. It did not work. The computer did not understand the Spanish. The commands like print have to be in English, unless you have a computer that understands other languages. So my laptop understands only English when it comes to commands. Okay, print, and then I put inside, this is the argument, mi nombre, my name. Okay, then I'll print, and yes, I tried it with bad words. It does work, but I won't use bad words here in this video. There we go. See, I printed out my name, Laura Kimmick, over on the side. It would be nice if the output, this is output on the right-hand side. It'd be nice if it was colorful as the left-hand side, which is the input. Okay, so we go over here, and I'll do it again. I'll leave a space in between. Okay, And then we're gonna print right here. There's another command, another argument. And I'm gonna make a sentence now. Me llamo, my name. And then I have to leave a white space here in this set of parentheses. And then I put plus. And then the mi nombre. There we go. Oh, I don't need the parentheses. Caught myself there. There. Because it's so remember, mi nombre equals my name, Laura Kimmick, or whatever you put in here. And where the parentheses are, it's called a string. And there could be a short string, or it could be really long strings. You can use one quotation or two quotations, as long as both sides have the same number of quotation marks. Okay, so right now we're saying me llamo, and then Laura Kimmick. So the mi nombre, remember, equals Laura Kimmick. So as we continue, another plus, and then we do this to make a period at the end. There. Okay. Right. Yeah, so here we go, and here comes the full sentence. And I can update at any time if I make a mistake. See, me llamo Laura Kimmick, my name, Laura Kimmick. Okay, let's add one more thing. It doesn't make sense. My name, Laura Kimmick. That doesn't make sense. So we need to have is in Spanish, es. Okay, let's see how this works. Oops, it did not work. So this is called a syntax error. It doesn't understand what I'm saying right now. But I'll try again, but if it doesn't work, that's okay. I'll leave it as is. Yeah. Me llamo Laura Kimmick. That does make sense. There we go. Let's fix it. There we go. So you've seen an example of a syntax error. Well, it's not an official syntax error because the computer thought it was correct, but when it was really incorrect, as you can see. All right, we will continue. And we're going to start with el alfabeto, the alphabet. And we're going to do or I put quotation marks. It could be one quotation mark or two, as long as consistent. You can't have two on one side and one on the other side, or one on one side and two on the other side. It has to be 1, 1, 2, 2. Same number of quotations on both sides, no matter what. Okay, go B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, L, M, N, and go N, O, P, Q, R, R, S, T, B, W, W, X, Y, or some people say Y, and Z. There we go, the entire alphabet in Spanish. And here we go. Oops, oh, you know what I forgot to do? Print. And then el alfabeto. Nice thing, you could also correct it. And here it is. So easy to forget put the print. It can't output any information without the print. Command. Okay, and we have a message string. The strings are the quotations. Then gotta have to have the equal sign. Okay. And then since today is Friday, in Spanish, it's hoy es viernes. And you'll find that strings are quite easy to write because you just type whatever and put quotes around it. And then the command will be understood by the computer. Okay, print. And then we put message string. There we go, you can see it. Oh, this is so much fun for me. I just love Python. Finally, a program that resonates with me. Even more than SQL. Okay, then we're going to do meals now. This is the last section for today. Until next time. Okay, so la comida, the meal. On Spanish, they always have articles in front of the noun. Okay, equals. Let's do los huevos revueltos. Scrambled eggs. Or literal translation, the scrambled eggs. But in English, we don't say the scrambled eggs, we say scrambled eggs. Okay. And then we print. So we can also make two different commands at the same time in separate print commands. El desayuno, the breakfast. Okay. There we go. And then we print. I can print now, but I want to complete the query. The query is all the commands put together. SQUERY. And then we print the la comida. I'm not sure how to say query in Spanish. Okay. Oops, I did a name error. I put la meal. See, that's a mistake I made. That's how we learn mistakes. All right, we got it. Okay, as you can see over here, el desayuno, las, oh, it's not las, it's supposed to be los. See, correct myself there. El desayuno, los huevos revueltos. So article, noun agreement there. Also in number as well, not just gender. So it's masculine. Los is masculine. Las is feminine. And el is masculine and la is feminine. Those are singular. Singular. Okay. Now on to the next delicious meal. Okay, I'll separate it so it's easier for everyone to see. As you can tell, I'm a very beginner at Python, but I'll keep getting better and better as time goes on. Okay, and I'm 60 years old, so it's never too late to learn. You heard right, 60. Okay, or 60 años, 60 years. And next one, let's go for la comida. You always update the variable. This is the variable. It has to have that underscore between words, or if it has numbers, the numbers can't be first. It has to be after the words or letters. Okay. So, because if it's a blank space, the computer cannot read it. So and we, the people, are the users. And this is front end, what you can see. And then there's many people who are good at the back end, what goes inside the computer, like the hard drive. Okay, la comida equals. Okay, now we're going to do lunch now. El arroz con pollo. So that these are typical meals here in Ecuador where I live. Okay, so that's the rice with chicken. Okay, so that's rice with chicken, the literal translation. We always say chicken and rice in English. Okay, so we print right here, el almuerzo, the lunch, or just lunch, or in print, la comida. Here we go. Oh, came out real good. Getting towards the end of this lesson, there'll be many more to come. And then we have la comida updated again. And now for dinner, the typical dinner is el seco de chivo. That is goat, G-O-A-T stew. So chivo is goat. So el chivo, it's the seco, it's like a gravy type sauce. El seco de chivo. So a goat stew. This same kind of liquid they use for stew. Okay, so stew of goat. So goat stew. And now we're going to print la cena, it's feminine, the dinner. And then print la comida because we updated it. Every time you update it, it forgets what you had previously. Okay, here we go. And then the last part for today is snack. They do have snacks. And one of their typical snacks is espumilla. It looks like ice cream that doesn't melt, but it's actually a foam-like, delicacy that's really sweet and has a foamy flavor to it. And they put it on ice cream cone. The last time I checked, it was 35 cents. Hopefully the price hasn't gone up. It might have a little bit, but it does taste good. So if you want a nice treat for yourself, have the espumilla. It's feminine, so it's la espumilla. Okay, here we go. La comida equals. Okay, la espumilla. And then we print. The snack in Spanish is la merienda. Okay. If you spell something wrong in the argument, in other words, whatever's in the parentheses or in the quotes, the computer won't know any better. It'll print up even whatever you misspell because it doesn't know that it's wrong. Okay. And then next is, oh, I forgot the parentheses here because there's a space in between. I have to put parentheses. Either one quotation mark or two quotation marks, but it can't be 1 and 2 or 2 and 1. Okay, now I put la underscore comida because variables can't have spaces. And even though there's spaces in between the input part on the left side where it's colorful, where it's black and white on the right side, there are no spaces. So here it is. And let me add, just for fun, put more commands. They have to have a hashtag so the computer doesn't see the command. The commands are for people, not machines. Okay. Now put sentence. I can put everywhere I want in the commands, even bad words. All right. And I put alphabet. Oh, I have to put the there, so that I don't want the computer to read this part. Okay, and then the next part, making it up as I go along. It's very common in Python to have, notes to ourselves or to others. Okay, let's see. And I put day of the week. You can put sentences too. Usually, you could put a period or any kind of ending mark at the end of a sentence, but it's not necessary. Most people don't put anything at the end of sentences in commands. I haven't seen it very often. Okay. And then I'll put in the last part here, meals. There we go. So notes to myself and to everyone who's watching this video. And there you go. And you notice the numbers automatically pop up, unless there's a really long command here or long query, then it skips. It makes a space and then it puts another number. And of course, the number stays when you skip lines. So it's okay to have spaces. And not everything is case sensitive. It doesn't have to be in color. The color is just there for us because if it's just one color, it's more difficult to read. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson about Python, and me teaching others helps me. See, I'm on Zoom, so I can move this. Now you can see, everything. It's hard to take a screenshot. Another downside of Python, not Python, the other downside of Codecademy is, yes, you can share a link to this program, and there are times where no guarantee that people will be able to access the link, especially if they're not a member of the Codecademy, especially if it's a premium membership like mine. So I'll put a link to Codecademy in the description and other valuable information too. So I hope you enjoyed this and learn some more, whether you're learning Spanish, learning Python, or both, or neither, or just enjoying the video. Okay. I thank everyone for being here. And till next time, I'll say ciao.